Uh, yes, we hope I'm audible to you, Hers, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so let's start with our mock session, okay? So, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, so firstly, my name is Harsh Kumar Gupta and I'm from Kohima, Nagaland. I was born and brought up in Kohima, Nagaland. I did my graduation in the degree with a degree of Bachelor in Science with Computer Science as the major paper, and I passed out in the year. I graduated in the year 2023. Yeah, sir.
Okay,
That's it.
and I mean, what are those skills you have? Learned from this couple of months or couple of years, right?
Yeah. So the skills which I've learned is Excel, SQL, Python, and Tableau. These are the four major skills which I've learned for data analysis, and I'm very confident with SQL and Python.
Okay, good. So, and we hope you have covered any project.
Yes, I've covered some projects when I was doing my course in certification course in NIIT, and along with that, I've also done some personal projects. Mm,
Okay,
I've done a project in Spotify data analysis, and where I found out some trends, some top artists, some top genres which are trending.
okay, good. So, so let me start your, interview sessions, right? So first, do one thing. We hope you know about the Excel, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
can you share your screen? Oh, hmm, yes. So quickly, practically, can you explain? VLOOKUP with the help of any example, right? VLOOKUP.
We look up.
So how many parameters into the VLOOKUP? Okay, so you need to explain, right? Quickly.
Firstly, I will just create a dummy table.
Hmm.
So I've created this table, and now using this VLOOKUP, I will try to find the value of the price of Rebook. So VLOOKUP, it basically it has four parameters. First is this lookup value. So since I'm going to search for Rebook, I'll just write it here. First is this lookup value. Second is the table range. The table range, and third we have this mm, the column index, and lastly we have this boolean 0 and 1. 0 is for approximate match and 1 is for exact match.
Okay.
So I'm going to search for Rebook, so I'll just write here. I'll just click on this Rebook, comma, and secondly we have to select the table area. So this is the table. I'll select this table, and then next is this column index. So this is, I'm going to search the price, so it is in this second column. So I'll write here 2, and I want to search for this exact match, so this one. So
Okay.
I'm getting the price it as 3.
Good. So, what is the next questions, right? So, can you tell me, what is pivot table and why pivot table is required?
Okay, so pivot table is just like the backbone of data analysis in Excel. It
Hmm.
is uh, it is a way that is used. It is a tool. It is a very powerful tool that is used to summarize a huge chunk of data. And using this pivot table, we can perform various calculations in very effective manner and very fast manner.
Okay. So, do you know about the data visualization in Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me, we have a bar graph, okay, and
Yes,
we
sir.
have a cluster bar graph, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, can you give some situations so that we can identify in which situation we can use the bar graph or in which situation we can use this clustered bar graph, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Okay, so for this bar graph, we can simply use mm, to just for example, just we have a uh, table that consists of student and their height. So that is a wrong example. Okay, so just we have a box, and inside this we have multiple color of ball. So like pink color, we have three balls. Orange color, we have four balls. In that case, we can simply make use of bar graph. But and then for this mm, clustered bar graph, we can use like if okay. So I just got a situation like yearly wise, we have a table in which we have a year column, the product, the brand, the year, and the sales. So in that case, we can use a clustered bar graph where we in the x-axis we can put the year 2001, 2002 example, and then in this year we can put different bars, different brand bars, and on the y-axis we can put the sales.
Okay, so what do you think for the single categories comparison, which type of a graph is required?
So for this single category, we can make use of this bar graph.
Okay, and let's suppose we have a multiple categories of the comparison, right? So for
Yeah.
that,
So
which graph is suitable?
for that we can make use of this clustered bar graph.
Okay, okay, good. So, what is this? I mean, variance. Why this variance is required?
Okay, so variance give us an idea about how the values are distributed from the mean value. So it gives us an idea how the spreadness of data, and the lower the variance, it means that there is less chances that there will be outliers.
Okay, good. So, so in your system, have you installed any SQL software?
Yes, sir, I have MySQL server.
Can you open quickly?
Yes, done, sir.
Hmm. So, what is this? Is there any predefined data set is there?
Yes, I have this HR database.
Can you display this first five record quickly? Yes, you can. You can take any in one table. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir,
Yeah. So, I
I've
mean,
got this.
yes, okay. What is the first problem statement? Can you display all the table inside this HR database? Okay. Can
All
you
the
display
tables, yes.
all the tables, right?
Sir,
Okay.
this is the
Can you
all the
execute?
tables.
Yes, yes. Line number three. Can you execute this line number three? Hmm. 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 Yes. So what is first problem statement, right? So first problem statement is, so let me write this. So what is this first problem statement? I want I want those email, okay, who has starting letter, okay, is S and ending letter and ending letter is anything. Okay. What is this? What I mean, what do you want? I want to fetch those records who has starting letter is S and ending letter will be anything. Clear now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So can you fetch this record?
Yes, sir. So this is the query. I'm
Okay.
using this like operator to get this.
So
First
what
value
is
is
this
s.
like? Like, what is meaning of this like?
Like operator is used when we want to uh, use a wildcard and find the output. So using this like we have this percentage symbol and also this underscore. Percentage it means 0 to many characters, and underscore it means only a single character.
Okay, good. Can you execute this? I mean, line number again, three. Hmm. Okay. So what is problem statement? Problem statement is you need to. Can you remove this limit five? Okay, limit five, right?
Okay.
Hmm. Yes. Execute this. What is the next problem statement? Next problem statement will be I want to find the third highest salary. Okay. I want to
Okay.
find the third highest salary. And after that finding, you need to verify whether this correct or not. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do this quickly. Okay. So answer is 14,000, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you verify whether this, I mean, answer is correct or not? Okay. So
Okay.
what you can do, you can arrange this salary column into the descending order. Okay. Yes or no?
So we get here the third highest is 14,000.
Hmm. Good. Okay. So, good. Hmm. Next concept is, can you tell me, let's suppose we have a two table is given, okay, and I want to find some, I mean, common feature from this two tables. So which type of a concept we can use?
We can use joins concept. We can use inner join.
Okay, so what is this join and what is this inner join?
So in join is basically a concept in SQL that allows us to join multiple tables, and specifically talking about inner join. Inner join is used to take common values from two tables based on a single column. So example, in one table we have mm, department example. Just for example, we have department IT, IT, HR, and research and development. So we have these three values, and in the other table we have IT, HR, and finance. So when we use inner join, the IT and HR will be mm, shown in the resultant table.
Okay. So do you know about the subquery? What is subquery?
Yes, sir. Subquery is basically a query which is written inside another query. We also call subquery as an nested query. And whenever we execute a subquery, the order of execution is basically from the innermost query to the outermost query.
Okay. So can you write any syntax of this subquery?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So I wrote this query to fetch the details of the employee which has the maximum salary.
Good.
So over here, select max salary from employee. This is the subquery.
Yes, good. So next, what is this exist keyword in SQL? What is this exist keyword?
Exist keyword is used to check if the value on the left side, left operator is present inside the right 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 operator or not. Operand, sorry, not operator, operand. If the value on the left operand is present in this right operand or not.
Mm. Okay.
If it is present, then it returns true, otherwise false.
Mm. So we have a one concept that is called a store procedure, right? So I mean,
Yes, sir.
why the store procedure is required in SQL? I mean, what is the use of this?
Okay, so sometimes stored procedure, let me first I will just explain what is stored procedure. So stored procedure is basically a type of function which we use in Python. So what we do with function in Python is that we can call this function repeatedly. So using the same concept, we have this stored procedure, and stored procedure is basically used when we want to run a block of query again and again. So in that case, we use stored procedure.
Okay, so what do you think by using a store procedure, can we improve the reusability and modularity of the particular functions? What do you think?
Yes, sir, we can improve the reusability of a code again and again.
Okay, okay, good. So in a Python, we have a concept pandas, right? So we have a pandas and SQL. So by using SQL, we can also, I mean, create the table, right? And in the pandas is also basically 2D structures, right? So I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
what is the difference between pandas then and SQL things, right? Can you explain any limitations or I mean merits or demerits, right?
Okay, so in MySQL, what we can do is it is a relational database management system. So inside a database, we can store multiple tables. But pandas is specifically related to a single table. So we can do modifications inside a table. Whereas in this SQL, in this MySQL, we cannot do in sorry, in this MySQL we can arrange in database, but in pandas we cannot do in database.
Okay. Is there any other difference?
Uh, that's all I think.
Okay, so what do you think? Visualization is possible in SQL?
No, sir, visualization is not possible in SQL.
Mm, okay. So let me go for the next questions, right? So
Yes.
can you tell me what is, I mean, why NumPy is required? I mean, why? I mean, what is the use of this NumPy?
Okay, NumPy is basically numerical Python,
Hmm.
and NumPy is used to deal with numerical data. So using this NumPy, we can do vector calculations.
Okay.
Mm,
So, in your system, have you installed any Python software?
yes, sir, I have this Jupyter notebook.
So, can you open quickly? Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
So, what is this problem statement? Let me write this. So, let's suppose we have a one thing that is ours at the rate 123, okay, plus multiply. Okay, so this is thing is given, right? This is our input.
Yes, sir.
Hertz at the rate 123 plus multiply, right? So this is our input. What do you want? Okay, I want only answer Hertz in a capital format. Clear now?
Okay, yes, sir.
Can you do this?
I'm done, sir.
Okay, good. So, what is this next problem statement, right? So, can you explain? I mean, we have a for the visualization in Python, we have a two libraries, Matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay. So, what is this difference
Yes, sir.
between Matplotlib and Seaborn?
Uh, Using this matplotlib, we can draw a pie chart, but in the Seaborn, there is no option for drawing this pie chart. First difference is this one.
Okay.
Second, okay, so the second difference will be in this in terms of this visualization. There is more custom. The Seaborn is more customizable, customizable. We can customize seaborn charts more. There is more option for customization, but in Matplotlib there is not much customization than seaborn.
Okay. So in Seaborn, we have a one inbuilt data set that is called as a tip data sets, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you display the first five record of this tip data set? Hmm. Right. So what is my problem statement, right? So let's suppose we have a different column is there, right? So
Yes, sir.
I want one visualizations, okay, across total bill versus tips, right? So I want to see some type of a visualizations or some type of a, I mean, graph. So what do you think for the total bills versus tips? I mean, which type of a graph is possible, or we can say which type of a graph can be recommended?
We can make use of this. mm,
Which graph?
So I actually forgot the name. I'm not able to recall the name. We can make,
Okay,
oh,
no,
sorry. We can make use of this scatter plot, sir.
okay.
Scatter plot.
So, okay, we can also use the line graph also, I think, right?
Oh, yes,
So
sir.
because both are the numerical column, right? So what is this next problem statement? So I want, okay, so this is your, I mean, male, female categories is given, and one of the smoker is given. So I want this, I mean, one visualizations, okay. So which category has a, I mean, more smoker as compared to other categories, right? So can you display this type of a visualization? So I mean,
Okay,
I
yes, sir.
want, I mean, male is a basically more smoker as compared to others. So this type of a visualizations I want, right? So can you draw this
Yes,
visualizations?
yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. So we get from here that in terms of smoker, the male is more than the female.
Okay, good. So can you go to this particular data set? Hmm. So can you explain me in a depth, right? So we have a one concept that is the outlier. Okay. So let's suppose we
Yes, sir.
have a one column that is called as a total underscore bill, right? So
Yes, sir.
can you explain? I mean, let's suppose I want to find in this particular column whether this outlier is exist or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So can you explain? I mean, what are different techniques for the outliers? What is outlier? Okay. And
Yeah.
if any outlier is given into the data set, so how to remove this particular outlier, right? Theoretically
Yes,
as
sir.
well as practically.
Okay.
Hmm,
So basically, outlier is a value in a data set,
hmm,
that is far away from the most of the value. It's very far away from the most of the value. So while doing some analysis, makes problem for us. So how do we treat this outlier is that we just remove it, or we can replace it with a mean value. And to visualize, to find this outlier, we can make use of this uh, not scatter, we can make use of this box plot or histogram. So let me just check for this total bill. I will check using this histogram.
hmm.
So we can check from here that these values from 40 to 50, these are far away from this main value, from the most of the values. So we can say that these are some, basically these are some outliers, and we can also verify it from this box plot that above this 40, these are some outliers.
Okay. So we have a one concept that is called as skewness, right?
Yes,
Skewness,
sir.
left skewness, right skewness. So what is this concept?
Okay, so skewness is basically related to this distribution of data
Hmm.
points. Uh, In this normal skewness, we can just see that the left tail of the distributedness and the right tail are both equal. And then we have this left skewness. In this left skewness, the left tail is longer, and the right tail is mm, just normal. The left tail is longer. And in this right skewness, we have this left tail which is longer. Sorry, in this right skewness, we have the left tail which is longer, and in this left skewness, we have the right tail which is longer.
So what do you think? What is this? Left skewness or right skewness?
So this is a right skewness.
Okay. So okay. So it is all from my side, right? So this is, I mean, almost we have done, we can say 30 and 35 minutes, right? So just I
Yes,
have
sir.
checked your basic skills. Clear now? Just I
Yes,
have
sir.
checked your fundamental skills, right? So if time permits, definitely we can go for the next intermediate level of the skills. Clear now? And definitely I
Yes, sir.
will send your feedback, right? So I mean, what is your improvement area? What we can do? Okay. So from my
Yes, sir.
side, definitely you are able to answer mostly questions. Okay.
Mhm.
So it is all from my side, right? So
Yes,
anything,
sir.
any questions?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I was not able to. I it's from my side. I also got much time, but I was not able to prepare well for this Python part. But SQL, I focused too much, and I was not able to focus much on this
Okay.
Python part.
Okay,
That's
no
why I
issue,
was not
but
able to implement.
it is overall very good performance, right? So I'm talking about with respect to basic, okay?
Okay,
So
sir.
if time permits, then definitely we can go for the intermediate level also. Okay, that fine now.
Okay, sir.
So okay, bye.